Welcome, everyone. This is your goddess, high priestess, Empress Alvala Pantera. Welcome, all returning and new subscribers. May you all be well. If not, we're going to shift that through these messages or any of the messages that you tune into on this channel just for clarity, just for a space for you to know I am not the only one. Okay. So, welcome all. Nonetheless, I'm going to wait for you all to receive the notifications before we get started. Welcome. Greetings. Venus is about to go into Pisces. So when Venus goes into Pisces, Venus loves to be in the flow of emotions, deep emotions, but it's a lot smoother than the Scorpion energy, but it still has its intensity. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, love. Welcome, Goddess D. So, as we approach Venus in Pisces, 0 degrees, that'll happen this evening, 9:36, 9:36, and it'll be a moon hour. So more than likely I'll be live. If not, it's okay. But I might do a live on IG. I'll just pop on through wherever I'm guided to go. With just, you know what I mean? We'll be there. When I say we, I mean me, my ancestors, my spirit guides, ascended masters, warriors, protectors, gods and goddesses, Mama Universe, Papa Universe, all that. Okay. So yeah, as you can see from the title, Eye of the Storm, 24 hours in, because we did mention in yesterday's live about within a day. And I feel like collectively, because Uranus is a collective planet, so you're seeing a lot of changes collectively going on. And we have the moon right now in Aries, which is emotions connected to memories, and it can be a high vibration or low vibration depending on where you're at in terms of your own personal frequency and what you're doing about those things within you that no longer serve you. Are you blaming others, or are you really looking into yourself to gain clarity as to why you may be feeling a certain way? Now Venus is in Aquarius right now at 29 degrees. Okay, so that is basically like Aquarius right now. It's real strong King of Swords energy, but in the aspect of yourself that has to do with Venus, your core values, your emotional security. So let's look at this way. Venus is your core values and your emotional security and your self-worth in the sign of Aquarius at 29 degrees. Okay. And it's the King of Swords. So just picture that for a moment. Your core values, and you're sitting there on your throne as the King of Swords, okay, a masculine energy at that, and really sitting in your authority. However, there could be people or frequencies surrounding you that are not in that energy, and it has a whole different outlook. Okay. What I suggest is this is the perfect moment to see, before Venus steps into Pisces, which is tonight. um, you're really getting a chance to see what it is that you must cut out. You may be surprised about what that is, but when I say cut it out or cut the cord, is more so cutting the cord in the matter of respect and bringing love into the situation. Because Pisces, Venus and Pisces is all about bringing the sweetness into your life. Now, we know Pisces can bring the heavy tides, right? And based on my location, okay, you can check your planetary hour, but that will be a planetary hour of the moon. So it's like a moon and Venus, like the mother and the maiden, the chrome energy as well, in the sign of the subconscious. So this is like even being able 444 to tap into your subconscious to a point where you're able to, separate what's your energy from what isn't your energy. And that puts you in a space where you're now able to secure yourself within what it is that you feel in connection to your core values. You know what I'm saying? So there could also be this shift in like a new belief system and things like that as well. Um, We'll go through the signs. I more than likely do that. I want to do that while Venus is in Pisces so you can see, because I like for y'all to see it for yourself first, and then we'll talk about it and then make the adjustments. However, you already know the vibes. If something doesn't feel, in connection to you being at a secure space with your emotion, I'm just looking at this plastic that's flying in the air. Okay. So what's unreal is literally flying in the air. Okay. What's not even real. So this could even come down to you knowing your core values, Aquarius, knowing Venus core values before it goes into Pisces. So what you know and what you believe, you're actually going to see that transition while Venus goes from Aquarius to Pisces. Okay, so welcome, Tamia. Ooh, you got Venus in Aquarius. Okay, so you've been going through a Venus return while Venus was in Aquarius. Greetings, Viva. Greetings, goddesses. But yeah, so let's get started with the messages. Let's vibe out with Source. Okay, we 5 hours away, 5 hours and some change away from Venus going into Pisces. Let's just put it this way. So let's do it like this. Let's because that's Aries rising. You'll have Venus and Pisces. This is where Venus and Pisces will be based on your sun and rising, but you could also listen to messages regarding your moon sign when you hear about it, if I mention it or if I'm doing it one by one. We'll see. So Venus and Pisces, Aries and Aries rising, you'll have it in your 12th house, Taurus and Taurus rising in your 11th house, Geminis and Geminis rising in your 10th house, Cancer and Cancer rising in your 9th house, Leo and Leo rising, 8th house, Virgo and Virgo rising, 7th house, Libra and Libra rising, 6th house, Scorpio and Scorpio rising, 5th house, Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, 4th house, Capricorn and Capricorn rising, 3rd house, Aquarius and Aquarius risings. You'll have Venus and Pisces in your 2nd house. Okay. So, because this is collective, I'm going to start with the astrology cards to see what's going on. Okay. So, let's get started. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me for you and I collected to use our mind's eye to see. I connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul. Ashe. So let's see what the vibe is. What's the 411, hun? I got it going on. You know I got it going on. It's literally 411 right now. First house energy. Okay. Well, shoot, Pisces. So there's that. And we have Jupiter on the other side. So there's going to be an expansion collectively based on who you are now, based on, the changes that you have made when it comes to detaching from things that no longer serve you. I'm going to pull tarot cards instead. Based off of that source, what message do you have for the collective? Thank you for liking the video, aka washing your hands, saving yourself, taking your shoes off at the door upon entering this here live, honey. Okay. Let me get this thing here. All right, here we go. Aquarius 29 degrees, Venus. Now, the 29th degree is also connected to a degree of generational wealth. So you could also be seeing things that are not in alignment to your core values to align with what is going to allow you to live the life of generational wealth, but also enjoying the fruits of your labor. So it's legacy. You actually get to be a part of the legacy that you're building. Enjoy what it is that you are sowing, the seeds that you are sowing as you are embarking on getting this legacy in order. You know what I mean? So let's see here. Let's see what y'all got going on. And Venus is going to be in Pisces until February 20th. So this is one of those moments where you can see you're going to be wanting to be, you're going to be drawn to the sweetness in life. But obviously, you still have other energies around you depending on where you're at or what you're doing or what your conditions or circumstances are. This is a great time to see what is out of alignment in your life. Okay. Ooh, Ace of Wands. I love to see it. So this is definitely talking about excitement that's coming from the universe and changing your reality once and for all. At the bottom of the deck here, ooh, this could have to do with love. So Virgo rising, you have the Venus and Pisces that's going to be going through your seventh house of partnerships. So this could be a rebuilding of a partnership or a new partnership if you're single, or someone that comes along, or if you're just started talking to someone. This could take it to a whole new level. But let's see what we got going on. We got the Seven of Swords and then the Ten of Wands. Okay. You know what? Um, if you've had a reading with me, again, most recently, I need to get the date down pat as to when I started to add this part of that to the readings, this feature. But if you have had a reading with me, get a look at the card that represents your Uranus energy, Venus and Saturn, but more so Venus and Aquarius. So you can see what it is that you're now working with. Even let's say if you got a Uranus card that's a 10 of Wands, right? Right now that Uranus is direct, what this is saying is whatever was a burden to you, you're now analyzing for what it is, observing it for what it is, letting it be what it is, but also knowing that if this was bestowed upon you, okay, as far as like your cosmic energy and your alignment to the stars, then it's obviously something you can handle. So now has come the moment where it's time to handle it, but you're handling it with love, with sweetness in life. And in doing so, now you're going to be able to see clear as day for some of you where this burden has actually come from and the deception. But also realizing, you know what? Thank you for showing that to me, because now I can be more cautious about the way I make my moves further on. This is a Moon in Aquarius card. Okay. And this is a Saturn and Sag energy. Welcome, Fatima. So yeah. Look how this is aligning together here. You have the Seven of Swords, which is usually a card of deception, but you're clear now about where this deception is. And once you become clear about deceptive people and their ways or audacious ways of being, and you've gone through a journey spiritually to heal yourself, this is a time for you to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let it be what it is, because it has nothing to do with you. That's another thing that Venus and Aquarius is showing you right now. That a lot of the things that are out of alignment, or where things, a lot of things that are out of alignment, you're knowing where it's coming from. Well, not so much out of alignment, but part of it does influence that. But the stagnant energies, that you may have been surrounded by, and how it's not your fault, because it may have caused stagnancy because you may have been blamed for certain things or looked at a certain way, or this could even be one of those type of vibes where you've done so much to get people to where they're currently at, but they have an audacity because of their authority to not see it that way, and then make you feel like you should be feeling guilty. You should be listen. You should be doing whatever your soul guides you to do. You know what I'm saying? So As long as, because it's not up to someone to validate that you're not hurting them. See, most people carry so many different wounds, and you doing what you got to do for you can trigger that within them. That's none of your business. Let it be what it is and let them handle what they got to handle. You know what I'm saying? But always shower yourself with love and compassion, and also to them too. You know what I'm saying? Because, like it says, forgive them for they know not what they do. Let's just keep it above. So, don't forget to like the video, y'all. Wash your hands before coming up in here. Look at that. King of Swords. King of Swords. And that's exactly what we're talking about right now. That's what's going on. This is the direct embodiment. Because I just told y'all that once Venus goes into Pisces, it'll be in a moon hour where I'm located, right? So that's the energy I'm going to be picking up on, is the collective. And here we have this moon in Aquarius card, the King of Swords that represents Aquarius, and then this Ace of Wands that represents Aries. However, Venus is going into Aries after Pisces, but we're going to start with Pisces first, because this Venus in Aquarius has showed you what you have to know about your core values. So that way, when it goes into Pisces, what you believe has a lot to do with what you know. See, there has been a lot of things that you were breaking down and breaking through while Venus was in Aquarius. And the beauty about Venus in Aquarius, it gives you that Palace asteroid energy. So not only your palaces can also help you, but it gives you that ability or that power to connect to Athena, which has a lot to do with the owl's energy. Okay. And the owl is a keeper of secrets, kind of like the lynx. It's located in the same atmosphere usually as the lynx, which is a keeper of secrets or keeper of magic. And you having this overstanding of this power that has been bestowed on you before you even entered this world, you're now able to see what you truly know and no longer being, manipulated, basically, because the King of Swords is also a great manipulator, because this is an energy that has a lot of mental strategies of manipulation. But the moment you have been able to really see it for what it is and get out of these self-sabotaging thoughts, here comes the universe granting you this reawakening, this rebirth. That also comes as a result of your compassion towards these situations. Obviously, you didn't start off like that, because you may have wanted to get back at certain situations or certain people for this, that, or whatever. But guess what? Forget it, guess. Know this. The moment you decide to embark on a spiritual journey, there's going to be a lot of truths that are unveiled to you. This is why most people don't take this path or the road less traveled, because they get comfortable in a setting where they don't have to hold themselves accountable. See, as you go through this spiritual journey, there's so many things that you realize that you have to hold yourself accountable for, which then would allow you to see whatever it is that people are holding you accountable for, that they should be holding accountable for themselves. And now you're able to let go and release. Okay, so it's a powerful message right there. Look at that long journey. Mm-hmm. This definitely feels like a little tribe here. The little panther is little. This is the grand panther tribe. What you mean? This is like, listen, you talking to a royal star energy, the way my Mercury and my Sun energy is set up. So you over here with one of the guardians of the corners of the earth. Okay. So listen, it's a vibe. That's what we're gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no size to this. This shit is just infinite. Real, real, real infinite. Real, real. But yeah, let's get some more messages. Let's see. Hmm. Now you know what you've truly been feeling. I feel like this is when the universe says, okay, now you're ready. Especially with Venus going into Pisces. I'm telling you, with Venus going into Pisces, it brings sweetness and love into your life. Some of you may have had like shift literally from yesterday to today. But don't let your environment take you out of that space either. Do not do no. Okay. My words of wisdom just be speaking to yourself in unexplainable ways. That's a Mercury and Sag for you. 8 degrees. That's what that is. I'm always gonna bring a change. One of my lessons have been getting a clear understanding of what I'm capable of and knowing where to use that. You know what I'm saying? So see what else you got here. And I got Neptune and Capricorn, 8 degrees, which is the serpent charmer. So it's like I have a lot of power to me. It took a lot of lessons, a lot of self control, a lot of moments to self. And in those moments to self, not allowing the environment to make me feel guilty for doing so, because me not taking those moments for self, y'all probably wouldn't even be seeing me on this camera right now. There's a lot of things that I've experienced that I've held to myself. People have no fucking idea that you probably wouldn't even be able to last at least 2 seconds in my shoes or in my mind. Forget in my shoes, in my mind. But the moment I realized that, I said, you know what? Let's get this work. Let's do what we got to do. Use every challenge to gain wisdom. Okay. Always been intelligent, but now it's time to gain wisdom. And once you gain that wisdom, share with the collective, because let's not forget, I'm also a projector. I can see things in ways that most people cannot. And people say, well, you know, these are things that you feel like you do or you should be doing because this is what you know you decide to think this way. Yeah, the same way I decide to think this way, you also decide to think in a way that is an impoverished mindset. I choose not to be that. So that also comes with a lot of sacrifices too, you know. You know what I'm saying? Having to take a step back and go backwards, but it wasn't even so much backwards. It was more so like a retrograde of self. And it doesn't mean like retrograde actually doesn't mean going backwards. It literally means that you slow down to see everything that's going on around you because it's a lot of chaos. Become the eye of the storm now. You know what I'm saying? So then we got this death card coming up under the Ace of Wands. That's why I tell y'all, like I realize now, you know, yeah, I also have it in my chart to be a great athlete, but I have a North Node in Pisces in the eighth house. So there's a part of my journey that had to do with the athleticism. Could it still be used later on along the spiritual journey? Absolutely. It has to go hand in hand. But in my past life, yeah, definitely was an Olympian because I was picking up on that in this lifetime. But now, you know what I realized? That each time I would approach, I had the epiphany story time before. We're going to talk about the transformation right now. I had the epiphany about self, right? 2008. I fell in love with the Olympics, 96. This is when Muhammad Ali had the torch. This was also in Atlanta. This is when that bombing happened. Was it that? Anyway, but 2008, I sat there with self and I said, this is what I want to do. And the moment I decided that, I realized the changes in my body immediately. I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit that people don't know that I kept to myself because if something about me always knew that there's certain things that are not yet to be said until it's time. And the time is actually when I understand my own illusion or delusion or anything that I may have been, you know, guided towards that I needed to break from. So 2008 up until now, up until 2020, I realized each time I would get closer, like the first year, because the Olympics is every 4 years, right? So the first 2 years training, beautiful. Every time we get to this third year from 2008 to 2020, an injury happens. So much so that it goes over into the year of that Olympic year. Now, as I'm realizing that, I had amazing coaches, don't get me wrong, but I also realized that I was a type of athlete that had a particular process. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't to be rushed. So I get to a point where I get around trainers and coaches that actually work for me. So the physical part was down packed, and I was actually, with people that I was able to go through the process in the most efficient way. But still, the injuries were there. I said, this is a lot deeper than just the physical because I'm a trainer now. Like I've even gotten to that point where I decided I'm going to coach myself. And when I started to coach myself is when I got even closer to going. So that even opened my eyes even more because now I have to have the discipline to really sit there without a coach, without trainers to tell me, you got to get up, you got to go to practice, you got to do this, you got to do that. And it's only a very select few of people who decide within their own mindset, within their own brain, medulla oblongata, to be like, I'm going to train myself to go to the Olympics. And then emotionally support themselves because no one around me was at that level either, as far as like immediate dynamics. Again, this ain't nothing to be blaming nobody. I'm just letting you know this is part of the experience, and I decided, let me go about it this way. You know what I'm saying? So as 2020 comes, this is when y'all start seeing me go live now and doing cards. Because the whole thing with horoscopes started in the fourth grade. I was a fourth grader looking at horoscopes. You know what I'm saying? And thanks to the environment, like I was able to listen to a lot of great people like Neville Goddard and Reverend Ike. There's a whole bunch of people, Les Brown, that I would listen to in middle school. You know what I'm saying? And this is also why I speak the way I do right now. But I also know, with having a lot of Capricorn placements, I'm one of those that has to endure a lot to get to where I want to go. So now here comes the other emotional and mental aspect of it where don't let other people rush you or don't let other people's expressions or body language take you off track as to where you're going. Did it at certain points? Yes. And that's when the injuries will come. So what I started to do, I started to look at the meridians of my body as to these injuries because first it was my thing is if I so high school, I was already on track to get recruited by the top colleges on full. Junior year, roll my ankle, major injury, that's when life started. That's literally when it started. It's like what, 16 years old, 15, 16 years old. And I remember one time being on Periscope and I was listening to a pastor and he was just picking random names. He was like, something was taken from you, Alba, when you was 15. Now 15, 16 is usually when you start to develop your powers as a high priestess. I'm just mind blown because I'm literally sitting here telling y'all my whole life story. But anyway, so yeah, once I realized like the whole gist of that, even my mentality and the emotional wounding started to shift. Once I got deeper into astrology, once I got deeper into tarot, once I got deeper into the tools that I had before, realizing, oh, they actually go together. Then on top of that, I took psychology college courses in high school, which then led to me becoming a psychology major in college. So there's a lot that comes with this vessel over here. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I tell you. Like along this journey, you're gonna see a lot of things that's gonna shock the shit out of you. But it's up to you to meditate, be still, sit still, Mind your business and forget about those people that's minding yours, not taking the time to mind theirs. They're wasting time minding yours instead of minding theirs. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm one who used to have a temper too. That was since young though. I realized that was actually I was really young with that type of way of speaking. Just found that out from my cousin probably like a year ago. Like I became clearer about it. He's like, you was always outspoken. Like I would be the one that they would send to like my aunt and uncles or whatever to ask them for stuff because I would make sure I would ask in a way where we. And that was the thing that was me when I was younger, 4 or 5, graduating from kindergarten, 4 years old, talking about I want to be a lawyer. That's what I wanted to be, was a lawyer. But as I got more acquainted with reality, I said, huh, I'll do that, but I'll be a lawyer for the cosmos. I'll do that. But this other shit, no shade to any of y'all that are doing it today. And listen, balance, okay? Balance. But yeah, it is what it is. This transformation that's coming up under this Ace of Wands has to do with detachment. And this has been going on for the last 2 years. See, Uranus going direct not too long ago had something to do with the shifts that you were experiencing last year, the beginning of the year, mid year. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the temper is the first thing Spirit had me gain control of in my first awakening. I was listening to something earlier today and they were mentioning spiritual anger management. That's a real thing because I've actually been into a situation where I had to do anger management. It wasn't spiritual, it was physical. But I was going through uh that was around the time that my cousin was murdered. I was like, at this point, nobody would say nothing to me at all because I already know what my energy is. But someone tried it, and you know how I feel about that word trying. It's an insult to doing. Gonna catch these hands, but the hands I had to put them away. Them hands, I put them into here now. If I want to use them hands, I'll put them things in boxing gloves and shadow box my life away. Okay, that energy away. Not my life away, that energy away. So, mind your business. Are you minding your business? I would go and make sure to come back to what you asked for, period. You feel me? That's without spirit, I'd be locked up somewhere. No, it's real shit. It even says it in my chart. It's either you're going to be you can choose to be highly gifted, help people transform their lives, see it for what it is, and help them and take out what no longer serves them and show them what actually is working. Because most cases you're holding on to so much shit that no longer serves you that you can't see where you actually supposed to be. The quantum leap. It was either that or be mentally insane. I said, oh, wait a minute. I didn't even know I had this much anger until this year. I never gave a fuck as a kid. You would catch this. Yeah. This is why I tune into this channel, man. You are who you are. I am who I am, but we have an energy that no one gets. This is why I also started to say no one is here to understand me because the more I got people to understand me, the more I realized I got more pissed off. And once you start getting to a point where you getting pissed off and you seeing lights switching and all this little flickering, I said, this is way bigger than me being pissed off right now. I said, let me go sit my ass down. Okay. Get this data chart business going and figure it out. Figure it out. Look at your chart. Then on top of that, knowing where and who I come from, it's like you better go sit down somewhere. You better go find your ass. Yo, right. Like if them my only two options, gotta get listen. In this world of duality and polarity, your chart gonna give you just about two. You know what I mean? so you can have the guidebook and you can see. And then once you realize the path that you choose, and then it opens the door to infinite possibilities. So let's see what comes up at this death card, though. Yeah, I had to wipe out everyone that I used to call a friend. The best decision I've made along this journey doing tarot was telling people to stop DMing me, because I noticed that that energy was still lingering around, where it was more so like being taken advantage of, although that may not have been the intention of people, but to an extent, it did come across that way. Why? Because those who, continue to do it, I noticed that you're looking at the post that I put up when I say don't DM me. And if you continue to, it's just like, oh, so you just, you know what I'm saying? But that was before. Now it's settled. That was the greatest decision I've made on some real shit. Spirit had me controlling my anger. By the way, the Ace of Pentacles is coming up next after this here death card. So now you got the aces coming up diagonal. Spirit had me controlling my anger and showing me how the universe handled those battles. Yep. Not going back after that. Karma is real. And I was a believer because you know now. And that's the thing. Once you clear up the karma, and here's the thing. For those of you who go through situations with your parents and they look at you like you crazy or like you shouldn't be feeling no type of way, you have gone through a lot of different courses and education to know the process of creating a child, right? So to really separate the factor that you were in liquid form before you became this body. This liquid form has been or has come from these two people. So there are certain things that they may not have handled that now is in you. Okay, you come into this world with certain experiences that you didn't even experience yet, but the vibration and the frequency is there. So my advice to you is there's a point in your journey where you're going to be real pissed off and you may lash out in a way that you sound like a great, great ancient parent, like the first one that's been out here and according to this bloodline. But your role is as the one that's on this spiritual journey, especially breaking away from certain traditions that you know that there's certain religions that literally are designed to, tear people down, and it's already out there with all this child molestation, all this other shit. Like the moment I see something like that, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. There's no need for me to, you know what I'm saying? So your role is to look at it for what it is, be the observer, and like it says, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't knock the Bible, but it becomes a moment where it's like, okay, yeah, that's what's in there, but it's not a literal thing. For example, where's the book at? Welcome. What do you think about friends who aren't necessarily bad? I just literally don't resonate with anymore. Look at the word friends. The first three letters is the abbreviation for Friday. Friday is ruled by Venus. Venus has to do with core values and emotional security. The last three letters of that are four N's or N. Some for a season or for a lifetime. And if you have people that you call a friend for a lifetime, this is obviously those that you can be around through all parts of your evolution. You know what I mean? So, hey, hon, listen to this. Let's go to 246. It says here, one cannot deny this. Okay, First John. In the beginning was the Word. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. So what's God? The words. The I am. It's not a physical being. You hear a lot about God in the Bible and God doing certain things. that people take as a personification. But no, this has more so to do with someone sees, observes, or experiences and decides to do something about. I am going to do this, I am that, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Anybody showing jealousy gotta go, period. Doesn't matter who it is. You'd be surprised. And people do the jealousy and envy thing in so many different ways. And sometimes authority figures could be real audacious about that. But again, forgive them for they know not what they do. Because like I told y'all yesterday, walking messiahs out here. People may sit here and try to tell you certain things, trying as an insult to doom, but they really gonna try to tell you something that they're not even sure about because they're still sitting in their own judgment. And the judgment of their own karma, a lesson that they have yet to learn that constantly repeats itself. Whatever you say after that I am becomes you because the word is, was, always will be God. What you say. This is why they say life and death are in the power of the tongue, right? Good enough. It's 444 right now, as I said that. Your boyfriend, yeah. Mm-hmm. You said I'm about to dub. Yeah. Listen, you got your soul tribe right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one thing I'm grateful for about having these platforms that I'm on because the same way I inspire y'all inspire me because y'all show me that this is actually helping y'all. You know what I'm saying? And the more it helps y'all, the more I'm also helping myself. Not on the financial tip, but it's just more so I have to be able to express myself. You know what I mean? And I'm not asking anyone to understand me. So this is a perfect setting. You have to choose whether you want to be in this space or not. I'm not asking you to. You feel me? So look at this Ace of Pentacles and then the Four of Swords. Yeah, put these things to rest that no longer serve you. That's all. You can't do magic with muggles, Harry Potter reference, for real, for real. And then we got the star. Y'all, come on. Some of y'all really getting a gift here from Venus. Once Venus goes into Pisces, that transformation from going into one portal into another, here's the gift. And it's healing. Healing of the mind. That's powerful. Extremely powerful. And it's coming up. This the star card is coming up under its counterpart of also being Aquarius. See what I'm saying? This is you being healed from manipulators. Like that shit ain't no joke. Especially if you're someone with a very big heart that wants to help people. And then when you do, people, want to be around you just for a moment. Listen, this is why it's important to really observe people for just from their soul and spiritual level. Because if you get, too sucked in by the appearance or the relation, this can kind of put you into that triant space where you're sitting in judgment or having to make a decision. So the sooner you get into the space of the observer, the smoother it'll be for you to receive rewards from Saturn or rewards of the karmic lesson. And when you start to receive rewards of the karmic lesson, because here's how it starts first. You start to see synchronicities, numbers, patterns. Then after that, you start to see the actual physical manifestation of what those synchronistic signs are connected to. And it's what you were wanting to manifest. But the moment you clear yourself, your heart space from all of that burden, this is when things start to, speed up. Yeah, see, healing from self-sabotaging thoughts. Welcome, sent to the RT's 4411 on the timer and 447. That number is quite significant. Let's look at that. My God is God. Wow. Wow. Chief of Manasseh. Manasseh is, for some of you, you could be descendants of have a Cuban descent, Benjamin, West Indian. This is wild. A Levite, would be IT. So the tribe of Judah connects to Negroes, Benjamin, West Indians, Levi, Haitians, Simeon, Dominicans, Zebulun, Guatemalans and Panamanians, Ephraim, Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, Cubans, Gad, North American Indians, Reuben, Seminole Indians, Naphtali, Argentinian to Chileans, Asher, Colombians to Uruguayans, and Issachar, Mexico. Okay, so as far as the 12 tribes are concerned. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune popping through here as I shuffled a bit. We was just seeing the Eight of Swords, but divine intervention is at play here. Okay. So let's see what the bottom row is talking about. Ooh, baby, I love to see that. The Lovers and the Empress. Making Empress decisions. Alignment, love that comes in because you know who you are. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, Death card, and the Eight of Swords. There we go. That's exactly what's ending here. Okay. The self-sabotaging thoughts, allowing people to manipulate your emotions and your thoughts. No more of that. No more of that. No more of that. Because it's time to move forward. And moving forward, you're moving forward with love and bringing sweetness into your life. Anything other than that is nah. That's between them and God or their God, whatever they call God. Because you realize that God is within you. It's not outside of you. You got to save yourself. You got to decide what you're going to do. It's all in that text. And we got the Eight of Pentacles here, working on your craft, diligently, relentlessly working on your craft here, working on your material abundance. Then we got the Page of Cups. See, some of you definitely got love coming in here, but you're at the final stages of cutting certain things out or replenishing and experiencing love. Once you remove whatever it is that is designed to keep you out of it. This is why you got to be mindful of people who are not, let's say if you're with someone, you're married, or you're wanting to be in a position like that, you want to make sure you holding yourself accountable with being around others of that same vibration. If you're around people who have relationship or trust issues, it's going to linger quickly because energy is fluid into your own situation. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you gotta be mindful of who you talking to about your partnership or whatever the case may be. Especially because not to say that everyone that is single can't give you advice. Not the case. But it's also mindful to see why it is this person is in the situation that they're in, the way they express themselves, because it'll tell you a lot. Okay. Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is with Page of Cups coming out here. And a song right now, where is the love? Go where the love is. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Cups here. So this offer has a lot to do with the clarity of all deception, self, others, and the deception of self is also what leads to the deception of others. Where you're not being real with yourself, you're going to literally show that in your experience. It's going to show in your physical experience. Let's see. The Justice card coming up under the King of Swords and the Star card. Man. This is feeling like divine justice that's coming in here now. I just heard judgment season, especially in matters of love and partnerships. It's important for you to end this cycle of self-sabotaging thoughts with this amazing new beginning, passionate new beginning, okay? That is connected to this justice energy. See, part of this justice, Venus, Pisces, because this would be oh shit, this is actually Pisces right here. This is Venus and Pisces. But if you're still sitting in this energy, look how it looks. You're not gonna be able to see it. So this has to end in order for this new passion beginning to come in. Okay. So again, let's look at this again. Okay. This could be sun or rising sign. When Venus goes into Pisces, Aries, you'll have it in your 12th house. Taurus, you'll have it in your 11th house. Gemini, you'll have it in your 10th house. Cancer, you'll have it in your ninth house. Leo, 8th house. Virgo, 7th. Libra, 6th. Scorpio, 5th. Sagittarius, 4th. Capricorn, 3rd. Aquarius, 2nd. And Pisces, 1st. When Venus goes into Pisces, this is where it'll be as far as the area of your life. Now, I would highly suggest, because this would be off of the whole sign. So if you're looking at like Placidus or like equal houses, you can go one house before that. So if I told you the 12th house, Aries, rising sun or rising Venus and Pisces being your 12th house, look up more about the 11th and the 12th house. So you have an idea as to where the sweetness is coming into your life. And it is Aries, for example, you're being surrounded by people that's going to celebrate you. This could even heighten, matters of one-on-one partnerships. Okay. This is even being around other couples is what I'm getting to. So, you know what I'm saying? For those of you in the live chat, if you want, mention your rising sign and I'll tell you where it's at. So that way I would rather do that. Because listen. This lit over here. Oh shit, that's actually reality song. Philly artist. Shout out to you, beloved. Let me see. Cancer rising, ninth house. Okay, you'll feel a lot of transformation for sure. It brings a trine to your sign. So alignment becomes more important as you. Ooh, yeah, alignment is important as Saturn's about to make a move here. So it's a great time to tap into your creative energy. It's going to be easier now for you to feel more inspired. And this could even lead to you making certain changes in your environment aesthetically. You know what I'm saying? So this could also be you committing to a new craft or subject, okay, or traveling to do so. And your curiosity can definitely lead you to these inspirations for creativity. Who we got? Who we got? Taurus rising. People gonna be mad when they catch this shit and they don't see. Oh, you should have been alive. And plus, I want to make sure I have enough energy for the readings I'm about to do too. So, listen, I'm real, serious about this here vibration of mine. You don't like it, then you can go kick rocks with no shoes on or socks on. Okay. Anyway, Taurus rising, you have Venus and Pisces going through the 11th house. So this is a theme of you going with your own flow. And you could be reuniting with people that are actually connected to your soul's mission, doing things that bring you more joy and excitement. You're definitely going to feel more confident around this time for sure. And you are in a space to, guide others because of your common energy. But go at your own pace and continue to have faith in yourself. But this is definitely a time where you're being guided to help others and bring your common energy. And you, Fatima, you are certainly a common frequency. I noticed that every time you come up in here. So y'all don't feel no ways when I be like my Fatima, because the name Fatima has been around me since teeny weeny weeny baby. Pisces rising, Aqua Vedic. Okay, I lucky this person's in here because now you get the Aquarius energy. So Pisces rising, you'll have Venus and Pisces in your first house. Okay. And with Venus in your sign, you'll be able to connect to more about what you see as love, especially appreciating yourself more. And not to mention, Pisces season is not too far away. Okay. So this transit's going to give you a taste of what you'll actually be sensing around that time. Let me see here. You really thrive off of being kind to others. You know what I'm saying? So this could be a time where you bring that sweetness to other people as well. And make sure it just comes from the heart. So you'll also be able to sense intuitively where you can actually have this energetic exchange, you know? So because you said Aquarius, okay. See, the thing is, in Vedic, Venus would be in Aquarius and not Pisces, but I'll just talk about Aquarius anyway. So, Venus in Pisces, Aquarius, you'll have Venus and Pisces in the second house when it comes to tropical. Um, you'll be more focused on growing and learning things in order for you to elevate and bring that growth to fruition, especially with Saturn coming into your sign. Well, Saturn leaving from your sign, excuse me, and it's going to give you that exhale moment type of thing. And Venus in Pisces is just letting you know, slow down, focus on you. Aquarius rising, focus on you. You're the most attached sign, and you could have like a moon. Let's say if you were sun in Aquarius, you could have a moon in Pisces. Like you can pick up on a lot of people's energies. You may want to help a lot of people, and that actually may have triggered certain health issues. That now, while Venus was in Aquarius, you learned to put, certain things away and put it to rest for sure. You know what I mean? It's definitely a time to build that relationship with you and get motivated. And only you can motivate yourself. People, inspiration is external, motivation is internal. Okay. Let me see. Virgo rising. Oh, you got love coming your way, honey. I just knew you were a projector. Yeah. And then listen, with regal authority. Like my entire chart is like if you sit here and play games, and I'm telling you, this is why I went through the lessons I went through. Like I'm here for it though, because y'all got similar vibrations as far as like it's time for you to step up to do what you got to do. It's unfortunate what you have to see and what is actually against you and the way it actually plays out. But again, forgive them for they know not what they do. It is what it is. Moving on. Virgo rising. Venus will be in Pisces in your seventh house. So the lessons you learned while Jupiter was in Pisces, you'll see them again. But now you're actually able and ready to make changes in your love life. So if you're single, my love, this could bring in a relationship. If you're in a partnership, you can see your relationship go to a higher level of commitment, or it can have a lot more tension because of Mars still being in Gemini. But Mars is moving, is coming out of that 8th degree into the 9th degree. So that helps. Either way, you're going to actually be more appreciative and confident with yourself. I heard you say that before. Thanks again. Yeah. The inspiration is external and motivation is internal, right? Cap rising. Let me see. So you'll have Venus and Pisces in your third house. You better make sure, Capricorn rising, make sure you do what you love to do, because the entire collective is actually going to benefit from you doing that. Let me see here. Well, everyone is actually going to benefit from Venus being in Pisces, period. But you're gonna be, it's like you're gonna be in this vibe of like a Virgo Capricorn rising, with it being in your third, that's Mercury. But with your communication, you're now ready to communicate with others, but in a way that it brings forth sweetness, and you get more with honey than you do with salt. So there's that. You'll be ready to communicate now in a way that you're expressing yourself from your heart space, connected to your heart space, so I feel fire everywhere around. You may have that as one of your strongest elements. So I said Aquarius, Capricorn. Let me just, it's not in order, but if people watch this, they'll hear it. So Sag rising, Sagittarius, Sun, and rising. So the signs that we mentioned, you can actually use this for your Sun and your rising sign. But if you know your moon sign, you can also put all of that together. So Sag, Sun, and Sag rising, Venus in Pisces is going to help you dive deeper into what you perceive as love. Okay. Now, it's going to even help you to tap into the ethereal or philosophical side of things, and really seeing it's like Sag, Sun, and Sag risings. You're really going to be seeing what unconditional love is, and where it isn't, you're going to have to make a decision. It's That's just what it is, you know. Um, you're going to be more ambitious though to make these moves in terms of the way you see love. And if at one point you were disconnected from being able to channel or wanting to channel your own energy in an effective way, you're definitely going to feel this now. Okay. Scorpio, Sun and Scorpio rising, Venus and Pisces going to be in your fifth house. Partnerships and love is going to be on your mind, honey, because it is in the fifth house of romance, things that you create. This could also be children. Let me see here. Definitely a moment where you want to explore your creative side. You'll also be experiencing a trine. You're definitely going to be in this space of like certain ideas that are innovative for sure. Polar opposite to the fifth house would be the 11th house, which is Aquarius. So you're in this creative rulership type of vibe. Scorpio and Scorpio rising with Venus goes into Pisces, which is tonight. So you're going to be also putting the nail, the hammer to the nail when it comes to what love is and what it ain't. Because Venus is going to give you clarity about going after or aligning with partnerships. Look at this shit. Aligning with partnerships that work for you and not keep you restricted. Literally, that's y'all right here for some reason as I'm holding the cards. But anyway, Libra and Libra rising. Venus and Pisces going to be in your sixth house. Okay. You want to connect to those things that allows you to be calm. Because with Venus and Pisces in the sixth house has to do with your nervous system and health, your spiritual, psychic development. You're being connected to expansive energy. So Libra rising, if you notice that you're in a position where that's not happening, this is, your cue to go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Focus more on self-care and really get into the gist of what self-love means to you. Virgo rising, we did that. Leo and Leo rising, you're going to have Venus and Pisces in your eighth house. Let me see here. This is about you aligning with yourself. I feel like if you have a business, this could also be a time where you start to change, certain things that you do to align with who you have become or transition to. Also, coming up with alternative ways of healing. You're going to be able to communicate better with your partner. Again, remember, Venus in Pisces speaks of a lot of sweetness. So, and also being kind of like a Libra where you're diplomatic, which is definitely going to work for you. Let me see. You did Cancer, Cancer rising, Gemini, and Gemini rising. You're going to have Venus going through your 10th house. So it's like when it comes to work, there's going to be a lot more sweetness activated in matters of work or being in charge of things or your authoritative ways of being. You're going to feel like you want to connect more to people too, but you also are carrying the frequency of being much more vibrant and empowering. So you could also be connecting with new people here. So expect to see an expansion when it comes to who you know. Taurus and Taurus rising, you're going to have. We did that. I think that's everybody. Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to our messages, shall we, Mela? Let's get back to it. Let's get some other let's get back to it. We're gonna close out this cycle right here. Okay. Because now that y'all know where Venus and Pisces is, that's why the world card right there right now. So let's see. What do you want to talk to the collective about? What do you want to speak to the collective about at this moment? I'm saying all kind of ways. Listen, whatever. We was vibing for a bit. Now we still vibing. Okay. We got 2 planet cards in a house. I love to see it. Ooh, Chiron, the sun in the first house. That's deep. That's deep. Wow. Chiron, the sun in the first house. So now you're clear about the source or the root of these generational emotional wounds. And this is what helps you to embrace the sweetness that Venus and Pisces is going to bring you. But this is also where you're actually going to see where it comes from, because those people are still going to be bitter, and it carries it the most that has been projected onto you. 511. Stay centered. Stay in your spiritual center. That's what you got to do right now. Be in a position that when this sweetness arrives, you're able to align with it, because you are at the station that you are at, that you're supposed to be to receive it. The station meaning you being in the energy. If you want sweetness, you got to tune into sweetness. If you want to be more bitter, then continue to be bitter. The universe is going to give you more shit to be bitter about. That simple. You know what I mean? So, and this is also going to be a time where you're going to be able to solidify why you have to step away from certain situations, because of the paradigm shift, and those who are choosing and or anything person, places, or things that are choosing to remain in the old way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things I keep hearing for the collective is to be mindful of those who express something is always changing as a complaint. The days right in front of you go through changes every day. It goes from day to night or dark to light every single day. So to complain about something that is changing, which also indicates wanting to stay in a comfort zone, this is a moment of clarity now. Know and believe what people tell you the first time from today. Know and believe what people tell you the first time. Because today is a new day. See, people are still carrying energy from whenever. Each time you rise up, which is also why I say grand rising and not good morning. See that good morning shit, 11111 is going to keep people stuck. Verbiage, language is everything. Morning, what does that signify? That you're in this essence of sadness from a change that you've had. So if you're in this energy of sadness from a change, the reward that comes with that change is going to set itself at a distance from you until you decide to express the celebratory energy of it. Grand rising. Let me tell you something. I know I got words that'll move the shit out of a mountain. I tell you that. I'm going live on IG a little bit later because they the word got to get over there too. Let me see what these cards are talking about. We're gonna have to bring love into the situation. All these cards over here, as I said that. Dream. Some of you could be literally dreaming about love here. Some of you seen in a dream state. That's coming towards you. With Venus and Pisces, Venus loves fantasies. Now, that's like it's a heightened energy of pain. These cards is um, it's like a heightened energy of fantasy. So if you truly know and have faith in what it is that you are imagining while Venus is in Pisces, Venus about to deliver. You feel me? Look at this. You got protection guardian, drop your shields. Yeah. Direction guardian, choose your path. Spirit fox, trust your talents and changing times. The hermit, retreat and recharge. The trader, exchange energy to create abundance, not fuckery. And then the shower master, be graceful, movement, and action. And move forward. Because the grasshopper only moves forward. Dippity, hop, hop, skip. Listen. This is Success Squad. Infinite, abundant squad. You hear me? Look at this. Yellow star. Yeah. It doesn't matter if this is your galactic signature, but you heard what it said. The power of elegance has been bestowed upon you, my love, through the action of beauty. That's another thing Venus and Pisces is going to do, is going to have you in this here, you know, the essence of art, planet Venus, and solar plexus. And that's solar seal 8. That's the change and transformation that's coming in here. Planetary. And then we had Chiron and the sun that popped through here. So yeah, you're going to see the beauty and the pain. Oh, just had a moment. because that was a confirmation right there. 108 is significant too in terms of your mantras. Hmm. Yellow warrior. So the solar plexus is on a roll right now. We have the yellow star, yellow warrior, and the yellow seed. The powers that are being given to you at this time, if you allow yourself to just embrace the sweetness of life, you're being given the power of elegance, the intel of elegance, and the flowering, so that way now you can be wiser about this elegance. And this is the real royal stuff is here now. You got planet Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus. Okay. Awareness on point, fear in the garbage. Okay. And you're now transforming all of that into a creative expression. My heart and my confidence has been upgraded. I love that. Yes. Then we got manas, the rune of the self, recognizing yourself, being in the world, but not from the world. And if you look at the etymology of the word world, it talks about the space of humanity. Okay. Now, humanity is a physical expression of your God frequency, but it's not the emotional or the mental. So that is just one dimension. See, most people think that is all. It's mm, it's just one part. Okay. That's like saying you're all legs. You got legs, you got an ass, you got hips. You know what I'm saying? You got a belly, you got chest, pecs, whatever, shoulders, arms. Listen, obviously there are people out there. You're still beautiful and elegant and amazing if these are certain parts you don't have. But you know what I'm saying? Like you have all of these organs regardless. Even if you don't have legs, there are certain organs that you have that allows you to be in this world as a human. Your earth suit. You know what I'm saying? But there are more bodies that you're connected to. So in the world, but not from the world. Like from the world where people aren't connecting to, all levels of who you are. And this is also you being receptive to the impulses of the divine. Don't be careless while the mind's eye is open and we have the white mirror here. Galactic signature, which is connected to the power of endlessness through reflection by bringing things into order, especially when it comes to Neptune's energy. Trusting your gut about what isn't or what is. 181 or 118 or 811. Now, 811 would be Six of Wands, which is Jupiter and Leo, which indicates fame, recognition, being celebrated, you know. Let's see. Yes, manifest connecting to all aspects of self. Ashe. What do we have here? Okay, look at this. Oh, I like this. This is one of my favorite cards in here. Swords, swords. Okay, until you cleared your mind. Source hides you like the great you are until you realign with self. 6 to 9 months, this is how long it may have been happening for you. Cancer, Capricorn could be significant, but this also speaks about a completion of a cycle, about your feelings that are connected to ancestral wounds. And then Taurus and Scorpio, North Node, South Node, that's where we at right now. Okay, and this is where we was at before. Actually, Gemini Sag was in between this. So while we had the North Node in Gemini and the South Node in Sag, you were on the bridge of ways that you can connect to you being magical. In the beginning was the Word. The You see that shit? Yes, we just read that. Ooh, grab a message from the Orisha deck. We gonna close it out with that. Taurus, Scorpio, we just mentioned that. Karmic family. And this is the path for you to handle deeply rooted issues and solve them by asking yourself, are these issues bearing fruit? No, because it's an issue. It's some form of disturbance. Just reading the cards. Okay, let's go to the Orisha deck. And we are going to finalize that message there. This live. Let's get the book. Speaking of Six of Wands, here we go. Huh? The healing of these emotional wounds. There go all your ancestors has been riding for you as you handle all of these deeply rooted issues that she has on this red dress. Mm-hmm. Beloved Orishas, what is the message for the collective? What would you like to express to the collective? What's this? It landed right in my hand. Aww. Wow, telepathy, Ace of Cups. Be mindful of your thoughts, words. You're now connecting to your God power. Okay. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word is and was and forever will be God. Why is that? Because you're the vessel that is holding in that frequency of the galaxies and the universe within your vessel. Just like they need spacesuits when they go to space, you need this suit here to be in this atmosphere. Let's see what the message is here with this Ace of Cups. Some of y'all are wide open energetically, so just be mindful of that. And anybody that tests you in terms of their body language or their attitude, just let it be. For some of you, this could be parents or family members. Just let it be, especially if you in the space with them. Just, it's all good. It's great anyway. Undines and mermaids, Ace of Cups, and then the mermaids, Yemaya energy, Yemoja's energy. Wow. Wow. This feels extremely comforting right now. I'm not even going to front. Let's look at this. And it opened the book to the couple. So getting Virgo rising. Y'all the ones with Venus and Pisces going in your 7th house now. And Scorpio rising, you got it going in your 5th house. Mm-hmm. Let me see this. Let's get it from the text, y'all. His day of the week It's Thursday for the Afro Cubans and Friday for Afro Brazilians. That's the first thing that my eyes went to when I opened this to hear, as far as like what I'm going to read here, because I'm not going to read the whole thing, but today is Thursday. So at the basis of it, the foundation with Obatala being there speaks of a kind father, positive parental archetype. So I feel like for some of this, we just spoke about that. This could be your cosmic or your ancestors that are coming through here now. Okay. Leadership position and authority, a fair judge, a magistrate, a gentle king or ruler, intelligence and wisdom, activities where reason is involved, mental clarity, divine protection, spiritual road, charitable and clear spirit, complete peace and happiness, teacher, professor, and any other person who forges active minds, enlightened teacher, priest who fulfills his duties as such within the framework of truth and justice on the basis of love and fraternity, brotherhood. What's wild is when I was putting this deck back, the Order of the Blue Rose was at the bottom, which speaks of a brotherhood, okay? Powerful beings of divine light, the truly awakened heart, possession of occult keys to human salvation through knowing self, infinity, eternity, universality, original DNA codes for human collective for earth, pure consciousness of love and wisdom. And the prayer for Batala. I call you King of Kings. Your kingdom is the sky, your glory, hope, faith, and charity for your goodness. Faith and charity, your goodness. Father of all saints, Father of all good, of all that is white. Your emblem is peace. Give me wisdom to understand what could not be understood. Give me the right word for anyone willing to listen. Patience and resignation to endure any pain. Give me peace of mind when rage wants to be my counselor and friend. Bliss me to bear what my karma has provided for me, Ashe, since it was I who created it or allowed it to be created, since it is I who will have to repair it and no one else in spite of my wishes, because the price reserved for me will be what I deserve and not any other imposed. Father Obatala, take care of me and the collective, night and day, in vigil or while asleep. I trust your Allah, your sheltering mantle. I trust your power, supreme Redeemer. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That was it right there. On page 84, 85. Now let's go to the Ace of Cups. The dolphin symbolizes spirituality. The fish symbolize Christianity in the West and good fortune or luck in the East. Among the ancient peoples, especially the Greeks, who deemed that this animal belonged to Apollo without disregarding the fact that it swam in the waters governed by Poseidon, Pisces energy. This animal was taken as something sacred. This belief was also shared by philosophers and poets, some of whom held that if the dolphins were disturbed, the gods of Olympus would also be disturbed. The meaning, upright as you all received it, there comes a new stage in which your childhood experience is present. And a person who makes a balance between past and present will project a future of love. Yo, we just did this shit through the entire reading. Feelings prevail without mental or psychic confusion. Times of great beauty and joy. Now let's go to the message of the Undines and Mermaids to close it out for the collective. Feel like Friday, don't it? It feels like a Friday. Feel like Friday every day. These govern different means of communication or expression, oral, written, gestural. They have a spirit of service for others and generate fraternal feelings. There's a lot of fatherly energy that's coming through here. The meaning. These elementals represent all who have many years of experience in a certain domain or having inherited certain behavior are close to activities that alleviate physical pain. People such as doctors, physiotherapists, and masseuse, among others. Inasmuch as they also represent social communicators, they may be reporters, speakers, art critics, movie reviewers, and so on. Together, we're not reading that because it's not what you got. So let me read it the opposite way because the card surrounding it speaks of great benefit, which there will be an increase of humanitarian feelings and connecting with the collective and being able to communicate. A wind chime with them, that is. Yes, my loves, that is your message. 24 hours, and that was beautiful. Congratulations, y'all. Y'all did it. Let's go.